Welcome to the Season of Self-Love podcast. I am your host, Nyomi Banks, and I am thrilled to have you join me on this transformative journey. You see, every day we dive into a powerful conversation about self-discovery, healing, and empowerment. This podcast is brought to you by Ask Nyomi and Elevate Me Self-Discovery, where we believe that loving yourself is the first step to living a fulfilling life. You can expect insightful discussions, practical tips, and inspiring stories. Plus, we'll occasionally welcome special guests who will share their unique perspectives on self-love and personal growth. So get comfy, grab your favorite beverage, and let's embark on this journey together. Because it's time to embrace the beautiful person that you are. So let's elevate our lives one episode at a time. Now let's get started. All right, my beautiful people, welcome to Threshold Thursday here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. I am your host, Nyomi Banks, and I am so grateful that you're joining me today as we continue our journey of letting go and releasing limited beliefs. Well, this week has been truly an incredible and powerful. On Monday, Dr. Will and I, we explored mindfulness as a tool of cultivating presence and releasing fear. And on Tuesday, we talked about clearing space, both physically and mentally, to receive what's new on our journey. And yesterday, Mr. Devan Gonzalez, he shared his inspiring story of breaking limits and building legacies. Well, today, we stand at the sacred threshold, that powerful space between fear and freedom, between holding and letting go. And it's that moment of choice is where transformation becomes possible. But before we get into this, let's take a quick break, all right? It's your girl, the goddess, Nyomi Banks, here on the Season of Self-Love podcast, and we'll be right back.
Washington Wellness Institute focuses on healing always. For me, if I look good, then I feel good. If I feel good, then I share the good. If I share the good, then I celebrate the good. If I celebrate the good, then I live the good. So I can be paid to be my greatest. But I have to learn the good to be the good.
So, what does it take to be the greatest? It's as simple as a free 15-minute consultation. Be kind to yourself and heal always.
Hey, it's your girl, the goddess, Nyomi Banks, and make sure you tune in every Thursday night to Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast, where we talk about everything from love, sex, relationship, cultural differences, and so much more. We're bridging the gap between them all, and we even talk about spiritual uplifting. You need to stop by. Me and Dr. Mike, as well as the BTG crew. We have some amazing guests that come through. You never know. Just make sure you tune in Thursday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Go to xnyomi.com and tell them Nyomi sent you. All right, my beautiful people, before we dive deeper into this conversation, let's take a moment to ground ourselves and open our hearts to receive today's message, all right? So if you can find a comfortable position and if you're in a safe space to close your eyes, please do so. Now take a deep breath in through your nose and hold it for a moment. Now release it slowly through your mouth. Now I want you to imagine yourself standing at the threshold, a doorway filled with golden light. On one side, everything is familiar. Your comfort zone, your habits, your limited beliefs. Now on the other side is freedom, expansion, possibilities, and your highest potential. I want you to feel yourself in this in-between space. Not quite where you were, and not yet where you're going. And I want you to notice any sensation in your body as you stand in this space of transition. Now with each breath, I want you to allow yourself to feel both the fear and the excitement that comes with standing at this threshold. This is that fertile ground of transformation. Now when you are ready, Gently open your eyes and bring this awareness of standing at the threshold with you. All right, my beautiful people, if you are new here to the Season of Self-Love podcast, this is something that we do every day, Monday through Friday here, just to help ground us before we get into the topic at hand. All right, my beautiful people, you know, thresholds are very powerful spaces. In ancient tradition, the threshold of home was considered a sacred ground. Neither inside nor out, but a limited space where transformation was possible. And the same is true for our internal threshold. So this week, for each of our conversation, it has pointed to a different aspect of these sacred thresholds we face when letting go of our limited beliefs. So on Monday with Dr. Will, we talked about our fear as an invitation, not something to avoid, but something to engage with mindfully. And he said that your fear is an invitation. Fear is inviting you to do what? To experience and learn from something. This is the first threshold we cross from avoiding our fear to mindfully engaging with it. Then on Tuesday, we explored the threshold between holding on and clearing space. You know, as Bob Proctor reminded us twice in 1 hour, reminded me twice in 1 hour, and I thank you, God, for that we can't receive new gifts when our hands are already full. We can't receive new gifts when our hands are already full. This is the second threshold for clinging to releasing with trust. And then yesterday, Devin showed us that the threshold between limited beliefs and unlimited potential. He said, if someone else has done it, you can do it too. This is the third threshold from I can't to I will. All right, my beautiful people. Now let's explore 3 powerful ways to navigate these thresholds with grace. All right. So with the first threshold, the threshold is a threshold of witnessing. This is where we cross from reactivating to witnessing. So as Dr. Will explained, mindfulness teaches us to be present with our experience without being consumed by it. So when we are caught in limited beliefs, we often so identify with them that we can't see them clearly. The first step is creating enough space to witness what is happening. This is why meditation and mindfulness are such important tools for transformation. So here's an exercise. The next time that you feel triggered or caught in a limited belief, I want you to pause. And I want you to take 3 deep breaths in. And then I want you to ask yourself, what am I believing right now that's creating suffering? And can I witness this belief rather than be consumed by it? All right, and our second one is the threshold of discernment. The threshold of discernment. And with this second threshold is from an automatic acceptance to conscious discernment. So as we explored on Tuesday, not everything we've collected physically or mentally still serves us. And with this threshold, it's about developing the discernment to ask, does this belief reflect on who I am now? Does it create spaciousness or constrictions in my life? Or does it support the future that I'm creating? And so the exercise for this one is to choose one area of your life where you feel stuck or limited. And I want you to apply those 3 tests that we discussed on Tuesday. Remember those tests? I'll remind you. The style test, the joy check, and the future vision. And with those, what beliefs are holding you in this area that no longer serves the person that you're becoming? And then our last threshold, the threshold of active faith. This final threshold is from passive hoping to active faith. So as Devin shared yesterday about the success comes when we not only believe something is possible, but we take consistent action from that belief. You see, this threshold is about moving from a maybe someday to starting today. It's the space where vision meets action and where dreams become plans. And so the exercise for this one is to choose one limited belief that you're ready to release. Now identify its opposite, the empowering belief that you want to embrace instead. Write down 3 small actions that you can take this week that will be aligned with the new belief. Then take the first action today. My beautiful people, standing at these thresholds isn't always comfortable. In fact, it is rarely. The space between this familiar and the unknown often triggers our deepest fears and our insecurities. So I want you to remember what Dr. Will has said about sitting in our own tornado. That's what we're doing at the threshold. We're learning to be still in the midst of transformation and trusting the process even when it feels uncomfortable. And as we learn from Devan's story, sometimes the most significant growth comes from when we step away from what others expect us and honor what we know to be true of ourselves. I want you to remember on how we choose to stay with personal training rather than him becoming a firefighter, because it was aligned more to his passion. That was a threshold moment. Choosing authenticity over expectation. So as we prepare for tomorrow's Freedom Friday, I want to leave you with this thought. The threshold isn't something that you cross once and you're done. Life presents us with new thresholds constantly, new opportunities to choose expansion over limitations, encourage over comfort, and freedom over fear. And yes, I do have a little homework for y'all if y'all want to do it. One, I want you to identify your threshold that you're currently standing in your life. And I would love for you to journal about both the fear and the possibilities that you feel as you stand in this space. And then I want you to choose one small courageous action that you can take the step toward freedom. And please document your experience in our Year of the Rebirth workbook. And also share your threshold moments with us using hashtag Season of Self-Love and hashtag Threshold Thursday. I want you to remember that your willingness to stand in this sacred space isn't just transformation for you, but it inspires others to find their courage too. So until Freedom Friday, I want you to remember that the threshold may feel uncomfortable, but it's where the magic happens. I want you to trust the process, honor your journey, and know that I'm standing right here with you, navigating my own thresholds too. Have an amazing day. Have a good one. Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery and empowerment here at the Season of Self-Love podcast. Remember, embracing self-love is a continuous journey, and we're so glad to have you with us. So if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave us a review. And don't forget to join our community on Facebook at Season of Self-Love. Connect with like-minded individuals who are also on their self-love journey. Now, if you have any questions or topics that you'd like for us to explore, we love to hear from you. Email us at seasonofselflove@gmail.com and let your voice be heard. So until next time, take a moment for yourself today and remember, you are worthy of love, joy, and all the beautiful things that life has to offer.